I started to do my own research online just because I was curious what some of these women's, advocacy groups and feminist groups and stalking resource groups were advising women. If a woman's being stalked, what are they telling women? And so much of the advice out there is you might want to consider changing your name. You might want to consider moving, get a new career, get a restraining order. Tell your friends and family about the stalker and what they're doing. Keep, tight notes on everything. Basically, all of the advice, and it may be needed, but all of the advice is centered around the woman having to change her entire life or living like a hermit because of some creep who can't take no for an answer. And I believe that there's an additional information that's missing there that's also an option, and that is to learn the basic human right of self-defense, learn about the Second Amendment. You have the right to protect yourself and your loved ones. Get the proper training, consider buying a gun to protect yourself legally. Why is that an option that's seen as so taboo? This should be openly discussed with women, and then I believe women can make the decision for themselves what works best for them and their safety and the safety of their loved ones. But why leave this out?
Yeah. Well, it's a religion, right? And it's an emotional religion. There just shouldn't be any guns. Like we shouldn't allow that. What do you say to that? Because our position is sort of rational and logical, and going back to whether or not you could have defended Ben and yourself in that particular situation. If you read some of these creepy manifestos of mass shooters, they almost always point out that they targeted a gun-free zone because they knew that they would be safe to do their evil deeds there. So the question of whether or not somebody is carrying is a disincentive for bad people to do bad things.
Right.
But that, of course, is a logical argument. I think demonstrated by empirical facts, but the emotion is, but there just shouldn't be any guns.
Well, the majority of these mass public shootings that we see in the media, the one thing the media fails to tell the public is the majority of these mass public shootings occur in gun-free zones where everyone there is absolutely helpless. They're defenseless. I mean, these guys are trying to get a high body bag count, right?
Right.
They're trying to do as much damage as possible. I believe they're trying to get attention. They want notoriety. A lot of them want to die at the scene, and, they don't care about consequences. What they care about is killing as many people and doing as much damage as possible. And if you create zones where everyone there is helpless, the bad guy can walk right in with any kind of tool to kill, you're really encouraging these types of attacks.